Yes, welcome back children. Okay, previously we discussed about the Vedas and Aryas. Okay, the people of Aryas came from Central Asia. Who called Aryas? They were pastoralists. Okay, they taken their cattle pasture in one place. If that place greens completed, they moved to the another place. Like that, a group of people came to our subcontinent. They were called as Indo-Aryans. Okay, at very first they settled near the Indus River, that is Indus Valley. They called that river name Sindhu, Sabda Sindhu. Why they called that river name Sindhu means there were 6 tributaries are there for the river. Okay, so and Vedas means knowledge. There are 4 Vedas written by the sages or rishis. It includes the hymns, Ramayana and Mahabharata epics also. And these Vedas were in the Vedic Sanskrit language. That was difficult, that was different from what we are reading now. Okay, so till that we discussed, and also we saw gods and goddesses, Agni, Indra, Vayu, Varuna and Soma, everybody. Okay, so after that, Rig Veda was written down several centuries after it was first composed and printed less than 200 years ago. Okay, why it was printed 200 years ago only? In olden days there was no books, it was recited. There is no Veda book in the script form. Okay, it is a Vedic script they are saying. Okay, that means they are recited orally from one person to another person. Then that person taken to that same to another person. In this way only the Rig Veda or the other Veda coming to till. Okay, not till, before 200 years. Okay, several centuries after it was composed. Okay, it was composed because of the king's help, king's help and others help to compiled these Vedas. One person said that in orally and the another one sit and write everything. Okay, in the palm leaves. Okay, then later it was printed before 200 years only. Okay, before 200 years only all these Vedas printed. Before it was in the form of palm leaves, manuscript. Before many century it was, there is no formation for this. It is only orally recited from one group to another. Okay children? Yes, then here priest taught to recite and memorize each syllable, word and sentence bit by bit with great care. Okay, why I already said to you, told to you, that is this, that is hymns. Hymns means mantras or slogas, that is recited by the teacher to the students and make them to learn from their heart and memorize. They each syllable, word and sentence, everything they said bit by bit with great care, because if they said that, if they believed, if they pronounced that in a wrong way, means it will give the negative energy or negative charge for them. So they believe if they pronounce that one in a good or in correct pronunciation only, it will give the positive energy for them. Okay, in this way only the Vedas transfer to the another. Then here Sanskrit and other languages. Sanskrit is part of a family of languages known as Indo-European. Okay, it is part of family. Okay, there was a classification in the world language. Okay, in that Indo-European language only that Sanskrit came. Okay, our language, where it is, that is our language is what? Tamil. Where it will come? Yes, you will see. Sanskrit is not come in our, it is Indo-European language family it will come. Some Indian languages such as Assamese, Gujarati, Hindi, Kashmiri and Sindhi, and many European languages such as English, French, German, Greek, Italian and Spanish belong to this family. So now you say, what are the languages come under the Indo-European language family? Assamese, Gujarati, Hindi, Kashmiri, Sindhi and Sanskrit. Okay, some European languages. English, French, Greek, German, Italian and Spanish. Okay, these languages called Indo-European family. They are called a family because they originally had words in common. Okay, children listen this. Mama, okay, that means ma in Hindi, mama in English. The words commonly same. So the world historians classified the languages into many languages. Yes, take the word ma, that is Sanskrit ma, Hindi ma, and mother in English. You listen ma. Okay, fastly we are saying in English mother, ma. Okay, so that's looking same. So these languages called the same family, that is Indo-European language. Other languages used in the subcontinent, that is in India, belong to different families. For instance, those used in the northeast belong to Tibeto-Burman family. Okay, the northeast, that is Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, these people used Tibeto-Burman family. Then Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam belong to the Dravidian family. Dravidas, we are saying no, Dravidas. So that we are saying Dravidian family. And the languages spoken in Jharkhand and parts of Central Asia in Odisha, Uttar Pradesh belong to Austroasiatic family. So there now today you came to know 4. What is that? Indo-European family, that is language family, Indo-European family, then Tibeto-Dravidian family, then Dravidian family, then Austroasiatic family. Here where we are coming? Our language, where it is coming? In the Dravidian family. Okay. Yes, just list the languages you have heard about and try and identify the families to what they belong. Okay. Then next, how historians study the Rig Veda. The sources to study the Rig Vedic period or the material remains unwritten sources. The hymns in the Rig Veda are in the form of dialogues. Everything in the form of dialogues only. Talking to the river, talking to the horse, talking to the cattle, talking to the god, talking to the goddess. All the one in the form of dialogues only. Okay. Here there was a dialogues between the Vishwamitra and the rivers. Okay, what the Vishwamitra says about the rivers, how he prays. Vishwamitra first he said, "Oh rivers, come down from the mountains like 2 swift horses, like 2 shining cows that lick their calves." Okay, he asking the rivers come down from the mountains like 2 calves. Okay. Like 2 white calves, you come down. You move like chariots. Okay, you move like in the earth, like chariots fast. Through the power of Indra. Indra means the god of water. You are full of water and wish to unite with one another. The waters, what is the habit of the water? Wherever it is going, it unites all the things what coming. Okay, it never neglect anything. Okay, it accepted all those things, the rivers. The rivers reply the answer. We who are full of water move along the path the gods have made for us. Once we start flowing, we cannot be stopped. Why do you pray to us, O sage? Then the rivers replied to the Vishwamitra, yes, of course. We, the full of water, with the help of God, we start to flow on the earth. Once we started our journey, we never stop. Why you pray us? Vishwamitra again replied to the rivers, O sisters, please listen to me. The singer who has come from a distance with his chariots and cars, let your waters not rise above our axis, so that we can cross safely. Now, why he prayed? Vishwamitra, why prayed the two gods? He asking the way from way to the rivers. Okay. So the rivers, we will listen to your praise so that you can cross safely. Historians point out that this hymns was composed in the area where these rivers flow. They also suggest that the sage lived in a society where horses and cows were valued animals. That is why the rivers are compared to horses and cows. Do you think chariots were also important? Give reasons for your answers. Yes, children, here what they are saying, historians point out that hymns means mantras and slokas. Here that Vishwamitra prayed to that two rivers. Why he prayed means he want to cross the rivers. So he prayed and asked the rivers to give the way. Okay, that means the river should not raise his level. Okay, if it is raised its levels means he unable to cross the rivers. Okay, so that is the prayer. For that the rivers also accepted. Here we listen your prayers. The river said. What we came to know from this prayer, the animals were valued, because at very first Vishwamitra prayed that rivers come like cows and run like chariots with horse. Okay, so we came to know how they given more value to the animals. Okay, so point out that hymns were composed. Do you think the chariots were also important? Of course. They used to travel one place to another place. Give reasons for your answers. It is this question for you. Other rivers, especially the Indus and its other tributaries and the Saraswati, are also named in the hymns. The Ganga and Yamuna are named only once in the original poem. Okay. Yes, children. In this way, the Vedas, in the form of dialogues, how they prayed, how they worshipped, how they praised the God, everything. Okay. Yes, children. Let me go to the let's revise page. Name the four Vedas: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda. What Vedas in Rigveda include? It includes hymns. The Rigveda was composed about dash years ago, just 200 years ago. Define hymns. Hymns means mantras or slokas, praise gods and goddess. Who composed the hymns of the Rigveda? Sages or rishi. How were the students taught by the teachers or priests? They recite the Vedas word by word, okay, word, syllable, word and sentence, bit by bit with great care, okay, because they believed if they said wrongly or wrong pronunciation will give the negative energy. Name the languages belonging to the Dravidian language family. Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam. Okay dear, till this we completed today. Go through your book, read your textbook. That is very, very important for you. Read your textbook and write these questions in your CW. Okay, Monday onwards we will meet in the today Tuesday. Monday onwards we came to that Google Classroom. So today in Google Classroom you must submit these questions answer to me, each and every persons. Okay dears, thank you. Read your textbook.